But you know you left your arm back in the factory, right?
Good afternoon. Well, it's afternoon here. It's probably sparrows probably haven't woken up yet if you're on the east coast. Sorry, on the west coast of the jolly old US of A. But if you're in Europe, it's it's mid-afternoon or getting on close to late afternoon if you're in more easterly parts. And Australia, it's probably still asleep. So anyway, I'm waffling on, ignore me. So yeah, this is kind of a video response to lactobacillusprime. He specifically asked a shaders related question and went through his specs and then did a little server tour oh, that's nice. Sorry, I'm looking at these little there's that Louvre craft. Sorry, getting distracted by the things. So yeah, I thought I would reciprocate and give a little heads up as to what I'm using over on my second screen. I'll bring it over briefly while that's booting up. I have, see, infinite regression. So yes, I am running OBS to capture this with, and I have started on my desktop for a reason, because one of the things that Mark said was he said that yes, he could only get shaders to work if he ran it in a small thumbnail and then expanded it up. Well, if I just go over to my game capture screen, you can see there, if I flip between the two, that's essentially what I'm doing here. Is I'm taking that size and then I'm blowing it up to that size. However, that would be impossible to play. I absolutely agree with you, Mark. So what I tend to do is that when I'm playing, and if we go back to the game capture, you'll see the way that the menu. Yeah, you see this? The way these change. So, pop, it goes up full screen. So it's nice and easy to play. As you can see, we are Minecraft 1.12, the Minecraft Coders Pack 9.4, Forge 14.21, Optifine 1.12 HD UC4. So yes, literally the only mods we have are the ones required to load Optifine. As you can see there, if we go into the video setting options, you can see it's all pretty much maxed out. The shader I use is the same as the one you're using, the CUDA shaders. There was one, Zeus, that I think you mentioned. I did try it. Can't remember what it was about it that I didn't like it. It may have been the cloud shapes. It may have been something else. Sorry, I've just eaten a spring roll, so my apologies for that repeating on me. As you can see over on this side, I have upped the qualities to double, even though we're up on full screen here, 1080. Let's see, what else have we got in the shader options here. I'm just using standard high profile. environment, everything's on. The weather, air density, this is all pretty much default. I did turn on dynamic weather. I haven't been playing with it a lot, but I have noticed that it will give you different cloud formations on different days. So you get a grey day, you get a rainy day, you get a bright sunny day, you get a cloudy day with patches of cloud, and I like it. That's default, wind speed 1, air density 1. I suppose if I were to change these, you'd probably get more of a distance haze, perhaps. Yeah, as I've got 16 chunk, the far render distance seems to be fine. If I do notice that I'm getting sort of chunk loading, you know, where it's I come into an area and all of a sudden, bang, a hill that I haven't seen before pops into vision, then I might up the air density bit. Light, again, ooh, I can change all of these. I didn't know some of these were here. Quality, volumetric light is on. Oh, that must be why the creeper glowed when I hit him the other day. Torchlight brightness 1, torchlight radius 1, minimum light 1, ray strength 0.5. I might have to look at some of those at some point. So yeah, that's that's what's going on here. Oh, post pressing. Camera noise, vignette, chromic, cinematic mode. Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, that's stuff to look at. Effects, surface, reflections on, rain puddles on, parallax occlusion mapping. Parallax occlusion. Oh yeah, that's when you look into water. Let me turn that on. Effects, shaking hand on. Don't know about that. Shaking camera off. I don't know. Motion, but yes, I could have that on. Depth of field off. Distance blur off. Underwater blur is on. I'm just going to leave. I'm not going to mess around with these too much, I don't think. Anyway, getting back to answering the question. So that's what's going on there. These old style, these legacy hand lightings and old lightings. Yeah, they give this unreal super glow to the right hand, which I didn't particularly like, so I've turned those off. So yeah, this is the OpenGL version that we're using. You can see that there at the bottom. This finishes off GTX 1050 Ti, PCIe SSE2. Let me just turn that off. Turn that off, and then you can see the whole. Turn that back on and that back on. Blah blah blah. Okay. Realms notification. Well, I don't do realms, so meh. Okay, so let's jump into Michelle's world, creative. Actually, no. Why should we? Let's not do that. Michelle did that in her response, so let's not go there. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go to yes, Let's go to my old multiplayer shared world and just pause. There we go. Yeah, this is the YouTuberverse. Oh, look at that. God, that's a nice picture. Yes, we're using the Sphax Pure BD shader pack, texture pack, as per usual. We have got the shaders running, as you can see, with the water. I'm just going to pause a second and yeah, get back to you in just a second. So yeah, okay, so it got night while I was just doing that, so mind you, it does look pretty spectacular. This is the spawn village. This is where it all started in 2010, 2011, can't remember now. But yeah, it's a long time ago now. And this is, oh, look at those pictures. Yes, this is what I was saying to Michelle, or rather, this is what I was saying the other day. Yes, to Michelle, when I interviewed her on the live stream. One of the things that I like about this texture pack is this sort of cartoony feel to it. It just lightens the whole game up, in my opinion. So yeah, so let's just continue going up. What's in here? The gallery. Oh yeah, some more pictures. I like that one. That's nice. I haven't seen these since they updated the pack. So, look at my sword. My sword is amazing. Ooh, you want emeralds? Ooh. Yes, those withers are nasty. Ooh. That is a fantastic view, isn't it? Headless's lighthouse, the first lighthouse on the server. That little place there, the community, the communal house, the community house, that was the first structure ever built on this server, and I think we managed to do it in the first 2 days or whatever. Yeah, you had half a dozen of us camping out on the top of this makeshift structure that we made in a panic to survive the night, shooting at mobs as they came to try and kill us. That was the first or second night in the game, I believe. Over there is Quenrick's little submarine place. We'll go over there in a second. This is the swimming pool, and yes, the cowratorium, or cow crematorium, otherwise known as the barbecue. That probably doesn't work now because of the way the mechanics have changed over the years. But originally, yeah, you led cows in there and just barbecued them on the spot. What? Oh yes. Oh yeah, you're gonna love that monument down there. Diving board. Oh, that was a lot of fun. I wonder if that lift still works. Probably not, because of the way the mechanics have changed. Anyway, let's continue going up. Over there, you've got all the various other things that were built by the people that were on here. Pip's Pagoda. Yes. That looks pretty spectacular at night. Okay, let's carry on up. Yes. Banners before we had banners. What's this? Mount Flatmore. Oh yes, Mount Flatmore, the mountain that we blew up. Yes, it used to exist there. There was a mountain there. In between here and the mountains that you can see in the background, we had this huge hill. And Chepo and I rigged it with TNT, and then we blew it. We had, yes, it was a server-wide spectacle. We turned it into a proper little thing, rigged it up. Yeah, just like proper demolition peeps. Blowing up a mountain. Oh yes, the YouTube logo. Yes, that was James Pope built that, I believe. We've got Dee's house over there under my cursor. I think that's something else that Dee built. There is the multi-world hub when we went multiverse. There's nothing attached to it now, but we'll have a little look. Over there in the distance, you can see Zelda's first mushroom farm. Yeah. Headless is Castle Headless over there. Oh, yes. Queenie's wool house tucked in the corner there. Right, let's carry on up. Just carry on up. Ah, look, there we go. There's the pagoda in the daylight. IG's church over there. Wow. I miss him. Death of Speech's ship, complete with bow waves. Those look pretty good in the shader. Let's zoom in. Yeah. Oh wow, those do look good. Whoa! Ocular occlusion. No, not ocular occlusion. The one beginning with B. Bloom. It just went pop. Yeah, exactly. It went when the sun broke through. Diving board up there. Okay, there you go. Let's try and speed this up a little bit. Oh, that's a nice view. The debunking room. Oh, yeah, I remember this. Yes. Yes, a little room to come in and debunk various theories in. There we go. That's yeah, the first farms. Dee's colourful sheep. What's that? Oh yes, I remember what that is. That's a little automatic cactus farm that we made to automate the cactuses that I made at some point. Oh, what we got up here? Oh, one man and his 3 chickens. Sounds like the chickens are still here. Oh, one of them anyway. But the man and the other 2 seem to have gone. Oh well, never mind. He obviously managed to think his way out of the box. What's here? Oh yes. This is one of the staging areas. Pumpkin Point. Yeah, at one point we had a rail system that came up here. I had to take it out in the end because it kept interfering. The redstone kept interfering with itself on the way up. Wow. Wow, that ice rink looks pretty damn good. Enchantment wing. Okay. That door's open. I wonder if that's because it's closed. Yeah, that obviously uses a mechanic that now doesn't work. Yes, something squiffy going on there. That'll have to be looked at some point, maybe. The enchantment room. Oh, I do like the three-dimensional look of this bag. This must be one of the additional 3D blocks. And yeah, so we've got all sorts of things going on in here. We've got working piano. Needs reaching. So yeah, functional piano, or it was. What else have we got? Oh, the zombie and skelly execution room. Yes. Let's spawn skeletons and zombies and spiders and all sorts, and yeah, then executes them via means of this mechanism. So yeah, that was fun to build. What else have we got? Ammo chest, redstone engineering. So yeah, that was that. Oh, what's going to be? Oh yes, there's more up here. Oh yes, this takes us out onto the roof points. The lava thing at the top. And yes, that was as far as the tower got, I believe. Suicide watch. Jumping off ill-advised, yep. So, yes, this is as far as we got. Building in progress, that takes us all the way down to the bottom again. And this takes us up into the bits that were never finished. Yeah, I have no idea what I was going to put in here. But yeah, it's building in progress. Oh, TV room. And that, oh yes. Yes, that was a mechanism. I forget how to get to it, but that was a mechanism that used to drop you through a hole, and you'd materialize in the creative world. I think we changed how that worked. Observation nook. What's going on in here? Oh, there's a whole bunch of red. Ah, this will be the redstone for the thingy door. There's the skating rink. So yeah. Observation. How do we get out of here? Yes, this was back in the days when I was building things ever so what's the word? Claustrophobically. Everything was like a 1x2, and now I'm much more comfortable in a 3x2. Whoa! Okay, well, I didn't mean to jump out of there. So, okay, obviously, I was going to take us through this little evacuation portal there, but never mind. So, oh, what's this? Kevin, Neuronet, temporary ugly shelter. I didn't know that was there. Okay, what else have we got? Oh yes. Yeah, the one thing when we blew up this mountain that we didn't take into account was the rail system that we had going up here. So this all had to be rebuilt. I'm not sure if it was ever fully finished, but this was the way back after doing the diving board. So let's, yeah, so I don't know if that still goes up to the diving board. Let's follow it and see. Oh, there's a piggy down there. No, Michelle, I'm not going to call him George, just so you can crack it. Crack up. Alright, here we go. I'd have to call a rabbit George anyway, so I can hug him and pet him and call him George. Up we go. Yeah, I think this looks like it was rebuilt. It's more of a helter-skelter roller coaster ride nowadays. Yeah, so that was rebuilt. And that brings us up to here. And this, I wonder if this lift still works. It looks like it might. Okay. Well, let's try it and see. Now, if I remember rightly, you have to stand right on the middle of them like that, and then. Yeah, so that does still work. I'm impressed. I am impressed. So yes, ooh. What was I? I'm sure I'm supposed to be answering a question. Oh yes, here we go. Let's pull this up so that you can. Yeah, that's answering your question, wasn't I, Mark? I'm sorry. I got carried away. I haven't seen this place in literally, well, a year since IG's memorial. Anyway, so there's all of the goody information that you need, and I think as you and Michelle determined, it's all down to the display, the graphics card. Actually, yeah, if I shrink that down. Where is it? Yeah, display 854 by 480, and then I go pop, full screen, and it's 1920 by 1058. It loses a little bit because of the it's in windowed mode, so you've got the little banner at the top. If I go over to the desktop, you can see that here, look, this. So once you trim that off and you get full screen from your perspective, then yes, it's 1058 rather than 1080. But other than that, yes, we are. Yeah, I tried to change the daylight. I don't have permissions. That's because I fired this up in single player. So yeah, I can't really go into fly around mode or anything. But let's just turn that off for a second. That does look spectacular. It looks like a proper little settlement down there. So yeah, there aren't any special spawn rules or anything, so it's quite likely that I could run into creepazoids at any moment. I don't have any protection or anything. So yes, that's Headless's Obsidian lighthouse. There's another view of the boat. God, even the moonlight casts a shadow. I'm impressed. Okay, so over here, what's this? Pot of gold. Paying fees. Oh yeah, wow. People were actually leaving gold to view. Okay, Mount Floater. Epic viewing platform of curiosity. Mount Floater. Where's Mount Floater then? Does that mean we have a floater? Please check rates daily. 5 gold ingots, 5 minutes. Okay. So where's the floating mountain gone then? Did we kill it? Oh, look at that moon. So yes, there's a water park here. Ah, more rail. Oh yes, this went. I'm trying to remember who's this belonged to. There was a couple that were playing on here together, and I cannot remember their names. Anyway, is it Rome beans? Might have been. I'm not sure now. Oh, listen to that snow. Yeah, I can hear my footsteps crunching in it. I wonder if it will come out on the video. Should do. Oh, Headless's bridge. Oh, spectacular bridge this is. I'm probably going to hurt myself, so let's not do that, shall we? Shall we, there we go, we'll go this way. I forget, oh, that must be the other end of that rail track. Alright. Oh yes, Diamond Point. Ooh. Coloured beacons. Nice. Is the water underneath there? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it, so hey there, YouTube. Alright. Let's follow this down. No idea where it's going to go. Yeah, I think I've got the lights more or less at the right sort of brightness. Certainly, I'm looking at it over at the monitor. It's a little darker from your perspective. I can't see the bridge. Anyway, that goes on over to here. And we've got over here. Oh yeah, some more people's places over here. In there and beyond. And I do believe if you keep going in that direction a heck of a ways. Just get my bearings, yeah. Ah yes, there it is. There it is. There's a sky rail. Now if you follow that out, then you end up at Felinoid's place. And yeah, that was a massive undertaking. I'm surprised I haven't been killed by anything yet, to be honest. Ooh. Okay, what's this? Is this the fort? No, that's not the fort. Where's the fort? over here. This is the fort where we started experimenting with, as you can probably imagine and guess, with these big holes everywhere. This is where we started experimenting with TNT launchers, amongst other things. Ah, yes. Is this the cobblestone generator? I believe it is. Yes. If you mine it, it will come. And that one gives you perpetual stone. That one gives you cobblestone. So yeah, you just have to use the right pick. Here we go. Here's the fort. Ooh, various minecarts. Zelda and Chepo complex. Captain Zelda's squid slaughtery. Yeah. That's right, yes. I asked her one time, I said, why are you just going out and, just mindlessly slaughtering all these squid? And she said, because I can. And yeah, it was good. Castle Headless, just there. Yeah, let's. No, I don't. No, we haven't got any. There are no minecarts. Huh. That's a weird effect. That must have something to do with sandstone. This block is... Huh. Interesting. Now that does make for some interesting possibilities. The way it's merging. I'm guessing that this is the way that bricks merge. You see that the bleed over, as Michelle calls it. Dang it. Huh, so that could actually make for some very interesting brickwork. Fort Ferocity of Ordnance, that was it. Fort Ferocity of Ordnance and Artilleryness. Ah, there's a minecart. Let's take a minecart ride, shall we? Oh, Shepherd's Castle in the sky. Ah. Okay, well, that brings us over to here. Fair enough. Didn't get a chicken. Okay, so yeah, let's have a little look round IG's place. Yeah, this was at one time. This was absolutely blown to pieces by some troll who figured it would be fun to play with dynamite. It's now being turned into a memorial of sorts, a memorial chapel. And yes, Christian, I do still miss you, buddy. The last trolling by Agent of Doubt. This crypt holds back the swarm of AOD's hell chickens. And yes, as you can gather by the noise, trapped under here are the demon spawn of his 2012 prank. Yeah, it's full of chickens under there. No, that's not. So, yeah, he's got his little farming area over here. Moo. 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 Wow, speaking of coloured sheep, yeah, all of these animals he collected, I don't know where he got the mushroom from, but yeah, he went and got a mushroom, and, well, there's 2 mushrooms. That is a nice clean building, I have to admit. Ooh. Okay. That's obviously some automation that went wrong. So, yeah. That's a beautiful little place here. He did so well. Got everything going in a really small space. Anyway, moving on over this way. That's a bad jump. Wow. Oh yeah, Sheppo's larva house. What's this? No idea. I think this was Zelda's automated farm, by the looks of it. Can't remember what she was farming now. What's in here? Oh, yes, everything. Oh, yes. Yes, I remember, yes. It's just based on water harvesting mechanism. Very simple, very effective, and should still work. Yeah, there we go. Switch it off, run down there, gather your crops, and then go and replant your seeds. Very simple. So yeah, it would take absolutely hours if we were to go round everything. Puppies. But yes, a lot of time, a lot of hours was spent in this place by a lot of people, and yeah, that was an era that ended, sadly. But I still have the world, and if I'm ever in a position to, I don't know, port it over to a realm or host it somewhere else one day, then it may come back. But I'm not holding my breath, and I wouldn't suggest you do either. Oh yes, there was this is my that's right, yeah, my birthday picnic. I had forgotten about this. Do not touch unless you're Brian. Seriously. Oh. Yeah, as I remember when I hit that switch. There you go. It still plays Happy Birthday. And yeah, there was firework display that went off over in that direction. And yes, this was absolutely kept under wraps. I had no idea this was going on. If I won't do it, but down underground here there is this huge wiring job that was all undertaken in secret. And yeah, oh, that's right. Yes, I connected, and I had to follow the signs. There we go. Yes, help me, follow the signs. Turn up your sound. Yeah. One last thing I will show you. I'm sure those of you who've been around here before remember this. I'm trying to remember what you have seen in the past and what you haven't. But this is always worth a revisit over here. In memory of those annoyed in the Great Passive-Aggressive Sign Battle. This monument is not relevant. Yes, it is. Yeah, it was part of the early collaborations when we were in here, and people started leaving passive-aggressive signs concerning the stuff that was going on in here. I look back on it now, and it was quite cute. But at the time, yeah, some people got quite frayed. Anyway, oh yes, over here is another lighthouse. I will just show you that before we, because this video must be getting on a bit now. There it is. Is that it over there? I believe it is. Yes, I believe it is. So I'm just going to go over. Oh yeah, Little Lizard Jay's Island over here. I'm trying to resurrect that character at the moment. I've emailed Mo Yang, and I've re-registered an account, or registered an account, and fingers crossed I will be getting the Lizard Jay character back fairly soon. Why am I doing that? Oops. Well, long story short, and simply put, my Brian J character, this character here, he's got admin perms on Michelle's server. I did tell her that she can just take them away, but she doesn't want to do that for some reason. Personally, I think she should. She should just say, no more admin perms, be gone. Or we find a way to just limit the perms on the Steve Crusoe world. But that aside, until we get all that sorted out, I will be playing using my Lizard J character. So I'm trying to get those salvaged at the moment. Anyway, just wanted to finish on this beautiful scene. Now, is that lighthouse still working? Oh, what's that? Oh, that's right, yes. That's the Guardian. It's the Guardian Temple. There we go. There's the lighthouse. I don't think is it moving? Yes, it is still moving. Look at that. Still going. So, yes. With that now, is the sun going to rise there? Whatever. I'll just leave things here, put it on a fade, and hang on, let's just turn.